From orbit, Earth appears silent, a pale blue sphere suspended in darkness. But this is not the planet we know. Every continent is sealed beneath ice. White dominates where forests, deserts, and cities once existed. The polar caps have expanded outward, swallowing land after land, until the distinction between pole and equator has nearly vanished. In this world, the Ice Age never ended. Normally, Earth oscillates between warm and cold periods, guided by subtle shifts in orbit, tilt, and solar radiation, what scientists call Milankovitch cycles. But in this alternate timeline, the balance never tipped back. Ice continued to accumulate. Reflection replaced absorption. Sunlight bounced harmlessly back into space. The planet entered a feedback loop of cold. With more ice came lower temperatures. With lower temperatures came more ice. Oceans cooled, winds strengthened, weather systems slowed. Life was forced into narrow margins, thin strips of survivable land hugging the equator or sheltered beneath ice. From space, Earth looks calm, but this frozen stillness hides relentless pressure. A planet locked in ice does not forgive mistakes. It does not allow excess. It strips existence down to one question: can anything endure forever? On the surface, the world is unrecognizable. Where forests once breathed and rivers once carved valleys, there is now only snow, layer upon layer, hardened by centuries of pressure. Ice stretches beyond the horizon in every direction, sculpted by relentless winds into jagged ridges and frozen waves. Temperatures rarely rise above freezing. Seasons blur into one another. Summer is not warmth, it is merely less cold. Without warmth, the hydrological cycle weakens. Evaporation slows. Precipitation falls mostly as snow. Ice does not melt fast enough to return water to the oceans, locking the planet in a frozen equilibrium. Storms still exist, but they are dry, violent, and merciless. Blizzards can last for weeks, erasing landmarks and reshaping the terrain overnight. Sound travels differently here, muffled by snow, swallowed by wind. Life survives only where geography offers shelter: volcanic regions, geothermal vents, and equatorial refuges where the sun still delivers just enough energy to soften the ice. In this world, movement is dangerous, stillness is deadly. Nothing grows quickly, nothing heals easily. Every organism is pushed to its limits, not to thrive, but simply to persist. This is not a world of abundance, it is a world of endurance. Beneath the frozen continents lies a second prison. The oceans, once the engines of climate and life, are sealed beneath kilometers of ice. Only narrow fractures near geothermal hotspots remain exposed to the air. Sunlight barely penetrates the frozen surface. Photosynthesis collapses. Plankton populations shrink. Entire food chains weaken from the bottom up. Yet, the ocean does not die. Deep below, life adapts. Hydrothermal vents continue to pump heat and minerals into the abyss. Chemosynthetic organisms, independent of sunlight, become the foundation of new ecosystems. Currents slow as cold, dense water sinks and stagnates. The global conveyor belt that once regulated Earth's climate fractures, making recovery impossible. Above, the ice thickens. Below, pressure increases. Whales never evolve. Coral reefs never form. The ocean becomes darker, quieter, older. Life retreats inward. In this frozen world, the sea no longer connects continents, it isolates them. The oceans become barriers of ice instead of highways of water. Ice is not static. It moves. Over centuries, glaciers grow into continental monsters, kilometers thick, hundreds of kilometers wide. Their immense weight grinds mountains into dust and presses the Earth's crust downward. Entire regions sink under the pressure. Valleys vanish, rivers are erased, landscapes are rewritten not by erosion, but by obliteration. As glaciers advance, they scrape soil away, stripping continents of nutrients. When ice finally shifts, it leaves behind barren rock, hostile to life for thousands of years. The planet's geography simplifies. Mountain ranges are flattened, coastlines disappear beneath ice shelves, sea levels drop dramatically as water becomes trapped on land. Even tectonic activity responds. The redistribution of mass alters stress patterns in the crust, subtly increasing volcanic activity in some regions, rare pockets of warmth in a frozen world. Here, ice is the dominant geological force, not fire, not water, ice. Life does not surrender easily. In the cold, evolution accelerates, not toward beauty, but toward efficiency. Fur thickens, bodies grow larger to conserve heat, extremities shrink to reduce exposure. Gigantic mammals dominate the land. Mammoths, giant ground sloths, woolly rhinos, descendants of familiar species pushed to extremes. Predators become specialists. Hunting is rare, dangerous, and energy-intensive. Failure means death. Migration routes shorten, territories shrink. Survival depends on memory, knowing where shelter, warmth, and food might still exist. Smaller creatures burrow beneath snow and ice, insulating themselves from the worst of the cold. Birds evolve compact bodies and reduced wingspans, favoring endurance over speed. Biodiversity narrows. Many species vanish entirely. Only the adaptable remain. This is evolution under siege. Humanity survives, but only barely. Without warming climates, agriculture never begins. Crops cannot grow. Soil remains frozen. The agricultural revolution, the foundation of civilization, never happens. Humans remain nomads, following migrating herds and seasonal resources. Clothing becomes sophisticated. Shelter becomes mobile. Fire becomes sacred. Communities stay small. Cooperation is essential. Overpopulation is impossible. Tools improve, but slowly. Metalworking is rare. Mining frozen ground is dangerous and often fatal. Technology evolves towards survival, not comfort. Knowledge is passed orally. Memory becomes more valuable than writing. Human intelligence sharpens, but in a different direction. This is not a species building monuments. This is a species staying alive. Without farms, there are no cities. Without cities, there are no factories. Technological progress becomes selective. Tools that save energy survive. Tools that demand excess vanish. There is no surplus, no stored wealth, no empires. Innovation focuses on insulation, hunting efficiency, navigation, and cooperation. Fire mastery advances. Clothing design evolves. Social intelligence becomes humanity's greatest technology. Progress is slow, but resilient. Without farms, there are no cities. Without cities, there are no factories. Technological progress becomes selective. Tools that save energy survive. Tools that demand excess vanish. There is no surplus, no stored wealth, no empires. Innovation focuses on insulation, hunting efficiency, navigation, and cooperation. Fire mastery advances. Clothing design evolves. Social intelligence becomes humanity's greatest technology. Progress is slow but resilient. Frozen oceans isolate continents. Human expansion stalls. Exploration halts. Innovation becomes local and fragile. Entire populations vanish without record. The world grows quiet. Eventually, Earth stabilizes, not as a garden, but as a crucible. Life adapts fully to cold. Warmth becomes legend. Ice becomes home. Yes, but intelligence evolves to serve survival, not dominance. Practical, emotional, cooperative. The mind becomes a tool for endurance. A world of endless ice teaches a humbling truth. Comfort is temporary. Progress is fragile. Civilization exists only because Earth allows it. In permanent cold, humanity survives, but never dominates. And perhaps that is the lesson hidden beneath the ice. Nature does not reward ambition, only adaptation.